So following the washout in Dharamshala, finally the series of between much awaited series between India and South Africa will go underway here in the beautiful PCA Cricket Stadium in Mohali. And today I have been joined by South Africa's interim coach Enoch Nkwe. Coach, first of all, tell me your first assignment with the Proteas and probably the hardest assignment, as they say in the cricketing world. How are you looking at this particular tour of India as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, a whole lot of people have been saying, it's a tough assignment. Yes, we do acknowledge that it is a tough assignment, but we also look at it as an opportunity for us, especially in this transition phase, to put certain things in place, because it's not just about the now, it's about the next year, the next 2, the next 4 years.
Yep.
So it's going to be important that especially with the new crop of players, some of them obviously not as experienced at this level, that they find their feet as quickly as possible. And obviously, I mean, the biggest investment is to ensure that we play good cricket, we remain competitive throughout, and we would like to walk away with the win. So we do understand that obviously the opposition, it is in the backyard, and we know what they're capable of. Very competitive, and I'm sure. I mean, they've been saying it that they want to walk away also with the win, start creating that winning culture. So that's what we want to do as well, and we see it as a massive opportunity.
Well, coach, talking about the new players, some of the new players were with the South Africa A team in a recent tour of India, and they have played both white ball and red ball cricket. So do you think that for some of these players, these are alien conditions, obviously, and do you think just one tour with the South Africa A team, a few games with the A team is enough for acclimatization, especially in context of the test series I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's something that has been work in progress. Obviously, I mean, the challenge is always wherever you tour, wherever you go around the world, is how quickly you actually adapt to the conditions.
Yeah.
And we've been fortunate this time around that the A team has been able to come out a couple of weeks beforehand, and it just gives guys, the players, and obviously those who are going to be involved in the test series to an opportunity just to acclimatize and find the way of putting out a good performance. So to build on their confidence as individuals, and hopefully by the time they come to the test matches, that they've grown that confidence, and we able to remain as competitive as possible.
Coach, in previous tours we have seen that even on spinning wickets, we have seen the Dale Steyn running through the Indian team, like in Nagpur he did, in Ahmedabad he did, and South Africa winning those test matches. So how challenging it will be for someone like Rabada to fill the shoes of Dale Steyn, who has bowled well in subcontinent in previous tours?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're talking of an individual with a very strong character, an individual that is up for a fight, that is, that wants to be in those moments, when it's almost like a break or make it type of situation, where it matters the most. And looking at what he has achieved over the years as a character, as a cricketer, and Rabada is looking forward to the challenge, no matter what sort of conditions he gets confronted with, or whatever situation. He's someone that has always lived up to the challenge, and we're looking forward to that. I mean, not only him, I think as a bowling unit, they're very excited and looking forward to adapting to the conditions as quickly as possible, and finding a way to make it work, because ultimately, you're not always going to have a green tops or flat tracks or whatsoever. It's a matter of, in that moment, what really works for you, and that will help the team to find a way and win the game. So that's going to be important, and obviously the experience of Rabada. I know he's, some might say he's still young, but I mean, he just, like I said, in terms of what he's achieved, he just proved that he can lead a bowling attack, and he's very excited about the role, and we're looking forward to that.
And let me tell you, from India's point of view, there is a notion amongst the fans that they have seen the rivalry between Jofra and Smith in the recent Ashes series. We are going to have same sort of rivalry between Rabada and Virat.
Well, look, at the end of the day, I mean, they're all quality cricketers.
Yeah.
You know, we do respect them and we respect them as human beings. I mean, we're just gonna take it a ball at a time and see what is out there. You know, ultimately the focus is on ourselves to ensure that we get our game right. And I mean, you know, it's not just about the leader of the Indian team. It's about the entire team. You know, that's going to also be our focus to ensure to find ways to come up with plans on how we can actually penetrate through that batting order and put ourselves in a winning position. So, like I said, you know, that we're just going to take it a ball at a time and see how everything unfolds.
Talking about penetrating the Indian batting order, India has decided to open with Rohit Sharma, and he has never done before in red ball cricket. So an opportunity probably for your new ball attack.
Yeah, I mean whoever the 11 is, you know, our mission is to come out here and win. We will put together all the plans possible and all the necessary tools for the players, you know, to ensure when they go on the field, go over the boundary, they're well equipped and they're ready for whatever situation, whatever opportunity, and then we just take it from there. So we don't want to look too much into who's coming back into red ball cricket and so on. I think it's going to be important that we remain proactive, and in that particular moment, how do we actually deal with that moment? So that's going to be the biggest focus.
And coach, last time when South Africa toured here, I mean, we have seen some of the turners in pitches like Nagpur, where Ashwin turned the ball from the first session, and it was turning square. Yeah. So first of all, is there any have you ever think about this so-called spin test in India? And also, how do you think that, because you have a lot of pace bowling all-rounders, how do you think reverse swing is going to be a big factor in this test series?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the talk. We've spoken about it as a team. We've accepted the challenge that it could be turning pitches. You know, how do we deal with that? So we've been working hard behind the scenes. The guys have been grafting hard, obviously the test guys, just to ensure that they trust their game plans and how they deal with the turning pitches, and if it doesn't turn, you know, what sort of a game plan they can have in place. And so, I mean, we'll have to just adapt as quickly as possible on whichever, however the pitch behaves, and then we just take it from there.
And coach, finally, back home in South Africa, I know that you are on an interim base, and hopefully that your contract will be renewed after this tour. So what is your long-term thought process, or what is your long-term plan for the redevelopment of South Africa's domestic cricket? You know, a lot of players are, you know, the coal pack deals, taking up the deals in England, and South Africa's domestic structure is obviously is a quality structure and all, but still it was now the players have started to leave for England. How do you deal with this kind of a situation if you are appointed as a long-term coach? What will be your game plan?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at the system will carry on. You know, certain individuals, you know, they decide to take that route in life. I mean, it happens, and we respect that. You know, we have a lot of cricketers. You know, it's not like we're running out of cricketers. Maybe it might obviously take a bit longer, you know, to produce the quality, but in terms of what we have in the system, you know, we trust the caliber of players that we have and the quality of players that are coming through, and we try and expose them as quickly as possible to A series, you know, type of a platform where they can gain as much experience as possible and play against tough oppositions. Bring them over to India and let them actually learn. I mean, it's not just about the cricketing experience. I think it's also life experience which will contribute to them maturely as human beings. So that's going to be important. But I mean, we have a good number of college cricketers. I mean, you've seen it already with the SAA. Yes, the results haven't gone quite our way, but we strongly believe that we're building a good base of cricketers that hopefully they will represent the Proteas in the future.
And tough year for South Africa. First in India, then England home, and then I guess Australia is also coming.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's what you want. I think that's an ultimate. I mean, personally, as a coach, if I do become I do get on a full-time basis. I think it's a great opportunity to play against some of the best in the world, and also, I mean, especially in this transition phase, just to see how the team responds and see what sort of the character of the team is when we play against some of the best in the world. So that's going to be important that we prepare accordingly, and we're ready for those challenges, and hopefully we just keep building from one series to another, and hopefully we can walk away at the end of the season with good confidence, especially with the new crop of players, and we can go into hopefully go into the World Cup with a strong bunch of players that we believe they can win the World Cup for South Africa. But for now, the focus is purely on the Indian series, and then we'll reassess and see where we're at and see how we can actually build. But I mean, it's going to be a long journey. We're going to be patient with that and allow these players to be the best that they can be.
Thank you, coach. Thank you for your time and speaking to CricketNews.com.